It is a place thousands of children were educated over more than 4 decades.
Rex Ralph Elementary School in Mount Healthy has been unused for several years. But as Jeff Hirsch tells us, it made a big impact when it was open. Jeff?
Well, you know, normally we don't report on vacant building fires unless the fire is just spectacular. This wasn't. It was big, but not spectacular. If somebody got hurt, unfortunately, that did not happen. This did not have what you'd expect if the school was active. It wasn't full of books. It wasn't full of papers and desks. But it was still full of memories.
This was Rex Ralph, the late and former superintendent of Mount Healthy Schools. And this was Rex Ralph Elementary School. Last night, 8 engine companies and 5 ladder trucks battling a fire in the vacant building. A fire turned suspicious.
You know, there were kids in there. The first crew on scene thought they heard some kids in there, but we never found them. We did a thorough search throughout the whole building.
Rex Ralph Elementary School, named for the former administrator, was last used in 2011. It opened in 1976 and back then was the pride of the community.
It was a state-of-the-art open concept building, so the classrooms were not divided by walls. They were open with administration in the middle, kind of central to the building, so that classrooms could hear from each other. It was kind of a failed experimental concept, to be honest with you. But in the late 70s, this was considered state-of-the-art.
But for those who taught there, it was fun. Michael Burdett, who is still with the district, worked at Rex Ralph for about a dozen years, starting in the mid-90s. Burdett, who was in charge of the school's yearbook, recalls teachers doing shows and skits and having a good time while also imparting a love of learning.
All the kids then were great. The parents were really supportive back then, and the PTA was really involved, and so they had all kinds of things, from second graders going to Camp Kern to there was a field in the back we called Cricket Corner that we just let grow. So the kids could see it becoming a forest because there was a lot of land back in the back where they played.
Now, perhaps kids played illegally in the empty building. If it was kids who set the fire, they obviously had no idea of what Rex Ralph Elementary School once meant.
And then I went this morning when our business manager emailed me and told me that there was a fire there, just to kind of look at it, and it kind of brought back memories of all the people who teach there, and it just brings back a lot of good memories.
Even before the fire, there were no plans by the school board as to what to possibly do with this building. And now that it's in even worse shape, you know, the question is, are they going to have to tear it down? If not, if they're going to renovate it into something, it's going to be very, very expensive. So that's still up in the air, as is who did this and why. Live in Mount Healthy, Jeff Hirsch, Local 12 News, back to you.
Jeff, thanks very much. If you have any information on who may have set the fire, call Crime Stoppers. 352-3040 is the number. You can get a cash reward if your tip leads to an arrest.